Real Virginia is proudly produced by the Virginia Farm Bureau Federation. Since 1926, Farm Bureau has been working to preserve Virginia farms and our rural heritage. Visit our website at vafb.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Real Virginia, a show about Virginia agriculture and the people who produce the wonderful local products we enjoy. Brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau. Some Virginia farmers and distillers are helping their communities while adapting to pandemic conditions. Grilling season is here, and we have a pork dish to share from the heart of the home. And summer blackberries are a real treat.
Home will always be Virginia, between the Blue Ridge and Chesapeake Bay, Atlantic to Appalachia, home in my heart always.
Welcome back to Real Virginia, everyone. We're coming to you this week from Old House Vineyards in Culpeper, Virginia. Virginia farmers are pitching in to help first responders and others leading the fight against COVID-19. Burke Moeller reports many distilleries across the Commonwealth have shifted their operations to produce alcohol for hand sanitizer.
When you plant grapes, you don't imagine in a million years you'd be turning it into hand sanitizer.
Alan Delmar and his 11 siblings run Dittus Distillery in Fauquier County. Half of them work there full-time, half have other careers and contribute on a part-time basis. Their primary product is wine, about 15,000 cases a year. But earlier this February, they found themselves out of sanitizer, and that set things in motion.
My dad had mentioned, he was talking to my sisters, and they were talking about, hey, we need some hand sanitizer. Internally, stuff is on back order. Can we use some? Oh, yeah, sure, we can use some. He said, hey, maybe we should make it for customers and have it available. And I kind of poo-pooed the idea. I was like, I'm not making hand sanitizer, okay? About a week later, it was like, hey, guys, how about that hand sanitizer? We started getting calls, and everybody was asking, hey, are you making this? So from there, things escalated very quickly. We started a GoFundMe. We pulled in to date about $30,000. So the community it's incredible the way the community came together.
So far, the Dittus Distillery has produced more than 1,700 gallons for frontline workers at more than 100 critical services and agencies. In nearby Culpeper County, Old House Winery is also distilling alcohol for hand sanitizer. They grow approximately 30 acres of grapes under vine, and like the Dittus Distillery, they had to adapt to changing circumstances.
Everything started closing down, that they wanted to be able to provide sanitizer to all their essential employees, everyone that sort of was keeping the lights on, the water going. And so they actually helped float us some money to turn a operation that was going at a couple bottles an hour to hopefully being able to put out 1,400 bottles a day.
Switching to pure alcohol production did more than just supply a need. These distilleries need income to survive while the beverage and tourism economy is shut down. It also gave a morale boost to everyone involved in producing a healthy, needed product.
Yeah, when you hand someone a bottle of sanitizer, it's like it seems like you've just made their day, and so it's been fun for us.
Hand sanitizer is a good option when people are unable to wash their hands easily. But extremely frequent use of alcohol products can be rough on your skin. That's where other Virginia farmers have stepped in to help. The Sweet Haven Lavender Farm has been providing soothing hand lotion to medical staff and others on the front lines.
We have customers who are nurses and doctors, and we have personal friends who are nurses and doctors who were telling us that their hands were cracked and bleeding because of the constant washing.
The coronavirus canceled the Messer family's annual Lavender Festival, scheduled for late May. Many patrons had already bought tickets in advance. That's where Messer found inspiration.
When we offer the refunds, we'll give the options. They can get their full cash refund, or they can get a store credit, or if they'd like, they could leave the face value of their purchase with us, and then to incentivize them to be able to make a donation to the healthcare workers, we would increase the value of their ticket by an extra $5 so that anybody who left their ticket with us, their $15 ticket would be worth $20 of our skincare products.
Messer, daughter Hannah, and the rest of the family have been putting together gift bags for frontline medical workers in the Hampton Roads area. By early May, they had donated 400 bags to Tidewater hospitals, including Centera Williamsburg, Riverside Doctors Hospitals in Williamsburg and Newport News, and Centera Norfolk. Messer says her products not only help the skin, but also act as stress relievers, something doctors and nurses on the front lines of COVID-19 urgently need.
Lavender is known to be an antidepressant, and there was a study that was done recently that shows that when you inhale lavender for as little as 5 minutes, you have a huge drop in your cortisol levels, somewhere between the 60 and 70% range. So if we can help to ease that stress level and heal hands, and at the same time let the healthcare workers know that the community stands with them, it's a win for everybody.
When you consider the efforts of the distilleries making hand sanitizer, plus the lavender farm making skincare products, you can see how Virginia farmers are doing their part to help medical staff and others on the front lines taking the fight to COVID-19. In fact, you could say that the endeavors go hand in hand. In James City County, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.
There are more than 540 farm breweries, wineries, and distilleries listed on the Virginia is for Lovers website. Virginia's wine industry has been growing by leaps and bounds for decades, and the farm brewery model took off about 5 years ago. The past couple of years have seen even more niche markets open for craft beverages, as producers started making their own ciders, meads, and spirits. These businesses have become an important part of Virginia's agriculture tourism industry, with tours and tastings all year long under normal circumstances. Many of these operations raise their own ingredients, especially wineries.
I'm Mark Viette. Coming up on In the Garden, we're going to talk about frost and freeze damage. Stay with us.
Farm Bureau is the insurance provider of choice for farmers. But did you know all Virginians can benefit? In fact, most of our members are not farmers. As a member, you are supporting worthy causes like local Virginia food banks and the Agriculture in the Classroom program. Your $40 membership will easily pay for itself with our many savings options. Farm Bureau is made for Virginians. Get the membership advantage by going to vafb.com or contact your local Farm Bureau.
Almost all of Virginia suffered a late season freeze on Mother's Day weekend this year. Mark Viette shows us how to rejuvenate damaged plants in the garden.
You can get a frost at 40 degrees, or when it goes down below 32, you can get a freeze. One of the things you might think about is plants that are underneath, a canopy of, let's say this crabapple here, my favorite variety called red jade, and underneath we have Houtinia, or the chameleon plant. This is the plant you probably might want to give to somebody you really don't like. It takes over. But you'll notice around the edge the damage due to the very cold temperatures, and where the plants are sort of underneath the crabapple, they look fantastic. Cold weather damage affects certain plants more than other plants, especially if they're advanced in their growing. This is an anemone that was subject to frost and freeze damage, where it should normally look like this. Even the beautiful Japanese maples were severely hit by freeze damage, and a lot of the foliage has already fallen to the ground. And hopefully this will come back with nice new foliage. If it's windy at night, that's a good thing. That helps prevent the freeze damage. And if it's cloudy at night, that's even better. We covered a lot of hosta in our garden. They were way advanced in their growth. The problem is when you try to cover them with quilts or overwintering blankets, you can crush them. So we got hundreds of black crates and put crates to keep the cloth above the hosta. And you'll see here, that's what we've done. And if I walk through here, you can see where the cloth really protected the hosta in most cases. Now, where we did not use cloth, this is what happened to some of the hostas. severely frozen back. Well, what do? There are some things you can do with those garden plants. It's pretty easy. Once you notice the damage occurred, you can go ahead and shear them back. This is where one of the cloths blew off in the evening, but then the wind died down. This is what the foliage should look, nice and blue and green. A little protected here near this evergreen euonymus. So this is unsightly. What can you do with the plants? Just go in with the shears, and you're going to want to shear them low to the ground, just like this. And this plant's going to come back with beautiful new foliage in about 3 to 4 weeks. It's just that easy. Just shear them to the ground. Some years are unusual. For the first time in like 20 years, our ginkgo froze. This is also known as the dinosaur tree. And if you look here, this is what the leaves should look like. All these leaves froze. Ginkgos are hardy. They're going to come back with new growth. And the reason I want to show you this is if you had a peach tree or a small apple tree, what do if it's going to freeze? Well, you can take a light sheet, if it's not too big, and cover your peach tree or fruit tree or favorite Japanese maple and put a 100-watt incandescent light bulb underneath the sheet. That'll warm up enough to prevent freezing of your flowers to help ensure fruiting. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.
Hi, Chef Tammy Brawley here. Join us next on Virginia Heart of the Home for pomegranate pork tenderloin.
And now, a sneak peek into a day in the life of a Virginia dairy cow. They get their day started. They have some lunch. Get some exercise. Spend time with their friends. And then end their day with dairy sweet dreams. Real dairy, real life, real delicious.
'Tis the season for outdoor grilling. Chef Tammy Brawley has a recipe for pork tenderloin that will please everyone in the heart of the home.
Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley. Welcome to a special outdoor edition of Virginia Heart of the Home. Today we're going to be working with some great local pork product from Autumn Olive Farms. I've got a pork tenderloin here. So we're going to start with the pork tenderloin itself, get it out of its package. You're going to pull that pork tenderloin out. So we're going to take some delicious spices now. We have got some cumin, some coriander, some cinnamon, black pepper, and salt. We're going to start with that. It's about 3/4 teaspoon of the cumin and the coriander, and then about 1/2 teaspoon of the cinnamon. Cinnamon can be a little strong. I wouldn't go as heavy on that as the other two. And then we want about 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper in there, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, considering I have my spices in my little cup here, we're just going to pop a lid back on there and mix those up. And we want to mix our spices up, as I said, and we're going to coat our tenderloin. Does not need to sit for any length of time. It really doesn't. It's just not going to take very long at all to cook. You just want to get it nice and coated with your spices. Our burner's already been warming up, so we should be ready to go. Now, this is a smaller one. It's not going to take as long to cook, but technically you want about 5 minutes on each side. I would recommend that you get a timer for that. After 5 minutes, turn it. 5 more minutes, turn it. 5 more minutes, turn it, and then the last 5 minutes, and you're done. Considering how small this is, I think this is going to take more like about 15 minutes. So we'll be right back, and we'll show you how to finish it up. We're going to pull it out of the pan, and we're going to let it rest. Resting a piece of meat after you've cooked it is crucial. If you go to cut into that right now, all those delicious juices you've worked so hard to seal in are going to escape. So you want to let that rest for that reason alone. Now I've got this nice, delicious sauce base on the bottom. This is what we call fond, and what we're going to do is we're going to deglaze the pan. You hear that word and you think, oh my gosh, it's something fancy, but it's really not. We're going to pour in a little bit of pomegranate juice. Kind of how much? Well, it depends on what size the pork tenderloin is. So we're going to go right to the middle there. That is probably about maybe 3/4 of a cup. That's actually kind of a pretty perfect amount. 100% pomegranate juice is definitely what you want to use here. Take a whisk and start scraping all that delicious bits of goodness off the bottom of the pan. Make sure your pan returns to a boil, or your sauce returns to a boil. It's going to start thickening up fairly quickly, and you're going to let it reduce. While that's reducing, you've got a little bit of cornstarch waiting on the side there. It's about 3/4 of a teaspoon. You want to add about a tablespoon of water. And you want to get in there with the whisk on that. Cornstarch acts as a thickener. It is gluten-free, so that's gluten-free, and see that people can eat this recipe. Now we're going to come back to that pomegranate juice, which is reduced a little bit, and now we're going to come back and add that cornstarch slurry. Get that in there. It's going to come back to a boil. I can already see it thickening up, which is great. Oh, this is perfect. So after it's thickened up, you can turn the heat off. If you happen to get it too thick, add a little bit more pomegranate juice, maybe add a little chicken stock, even a little water, and that will help thin it out. Just be very conservative with that if you have to do it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to cut it on the same cutting board that I did the spices on. I've got it on a board here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Oh, this is just perfect. Look at that. Beautiful, nice and light pink. Can you tell I've done this once or twice? This is what I like to do, is go ahead and slice it. Put it on a nice serving platter or on your plate. My son actually will stand at the stove and decide to eat it there. Now you can come back with a nice spoon. Well, I did forget to add a little bit of butter. Let me go ahead and do that. Finish it off with a little bit of butter at the end. That residual heat is certainly going to take care of that. Now you can drizzle that beautiful sauce that you've just reduced and made right over top of that gorgeous pork tenderloin. And such a pretty color. And it's healthy. And there you have it. Pomegranate pork tenderloin. Thank you for joining us today for Virginia Heart of the Home. We're glad you're here. And I hope you've enjoyed this segment on the pork tenderloin, and join us again.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com. And visit Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com. Pork is the 9th most valuable farm commodity produced in the Old Dominion, with farm sales worth more than $96 million in 2017. Market hogs and piglets are raised on 1,244 farms in Virginia, and the state is ranked as the 9th largest pork producer in the country. Most hog farms are located in southeastern Virginia. The great majority of Virginia hogs are raised under contract with major meat processing companies. A few farmers offer pork sales direct to the public as part of the local foods movement. And of course, Virginia is internationally recognized for its country ham.
Pick Your Own Farms are dealing with strong consumer demand during COVID-19. Ricky Gibson reports the good news is berry season, including Virginia blackberries, runs all summer long.
Strawberries kick off the berry season in Virginia, but many consumers can't wait until blackberry, blueberry, or raspberry season begins. You can purchase fresh Virginia blackberries at a Pick Your Own Farm, a farmer's market or farm stand, or through a community-supported agriculture subscription. More blackberries are being planted all the time as small-scale growers expand production.
Blackberry is a southern fruit, as I said, grown all over Virginia, available during the summer and it could be eaten fresh, it could be processed frozen, it could be prepared in jelly and jam, so there are a lot of potential for value added. Also in winery, blackberry wine is very popular among some of the wineries and wine drinkers in Virginia. So it's a crop that has really nice potential. Also, it can be grown under backyard and homegrown condition.
One of the larger blackberry producers in Central Virginia is Agriberry of Hanover County. You can order your fruit or vegetables online or buy from them at area farmers markets. They employ local youth as well as migrant laborers. But with the COVID-19 situation this spring, the local workers really had to pitch in, especially during strawberry season.
We try to employ as many first-time workers as possible. Lots of times that's high school and college kids, and the blackberry and raspberry growing season starts right when they get out of school. So it pairs very well. We work with other farms to help complete a full menu of fruit throughout the year.
Agriberry blackberries are raised in traditional outdoor trellises. Rafi says Virginia State University has been experimenting with raising blackberries in high tunnels, allowing producers to expand their growing season, prevent freeze damage, and offer better quality fruit.
The result for the last 2 years have been just tremendous. It's very simple. You have a 15-gallon containers, and then every container has its own water spraying stake, and then you provide it, you feed it constantly, and then you have a very simple trellises. This system has really great application, not only for commercial production, small production farmers, but also for homeowner. They could probably have a couple of containers, setting it up with blackberries.
Whether they raise berries indoors or out, Virginia producers are adapting to the current COVID-19 restrictions like other farmers. Geyer says Agriberry pickers are working every other row now and always maintaining social distance. There's a lot more sanitizing of fruit carriers and the final sales baskets. These are changes that all types of berry producers are having to adopt.
We do plan to continue having the increased food safety protocols throughout the year. Masks as a requirement just seems like a no-brainer in terms of maintaining safety and minimizing risk. We will be picking blackberries and raspberries starting in June. So many of this team will transition from strawberry harvesting now. They'll have a week or two off coming up here, and then they'll come out and help at our Hanover site, picking raspberries and blackberries all summer long. We do plan to, until we have a COVID-19 vaccine, I don't foresee us changing lots of the food safety practices we have in place.
And it's not just berry producers that have made these changes. Look for all fresh produce outlets to have more restrictions to protect the health and safety of growers and the public.
Because we're harvesting directly, getting it in our cooler, and then getting it straight out to the public, there's a minimal amount of handling going on with that produce. So buying local as direct to the source as possible is a good way to minimize vectoring.
Whether it's blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, or other summer treats, it's shaping up to be a great year for Virginia produce growers as they ensure everyone gets fed and stays safe. In Hanover County, Virginia, I'm Ricky Gibson reporting.
We're so glad you could join us this week to celebrate all the bounty Virginia has to offer. From the kitchen to your home and garden to our beautiful wide open spaces, we are proud to say that this is Real Virginia. For everyone from the Virginia Farm Bureau, thanks for watching. Make it a great week.
Home will always be Virginia, between the Blue Ridge and Chesapeake Bay, Atlantic to Appalachia. Home in my heart, oh